Now, you spoke about multidisciplinary teams, and I'm guilty of this, and I want to speak to our Savvy squad as well, and maybe they might not know. What is a multidisciplinary team, and what is the difference between a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a therapist? How do I know who to see when?
Who I need.
So it's very tailor-made as well. It's very important for me to highlight that because sometimes one's condition might just require the intervention of a psychologist only and not require medication. Sometimes you need a combination of both. At times you might need just the psychiatrist, just if you depending on your preference as well. So it's very important to realize that in mental health, it's not just about one size fits all as well. Just like, for example, medication is not necessarily the same. What some gay would take and what I would take won't be identical depending on how we respond, depending on what the symptoms are. So the psychiatrist is the person who has a medical degree, as a medical doctor, who will prescribe the medication and also provide tool psychotherapy as well in the intervention as well. Psychologist provides purely psychotherapy, and it's important to realize that they are not antagonistic to each other. They work together. So it's not to say that the one is better than the other. It depends on what intervention is required, and oftentimes they work very closely together as well. An occupational therapist would be necessary, for example, if you've had a cognitive fallout, for example, where I say that I, for example, had an incapacity leave for 6 months due to the severity of the relapse I spoke about earlier. So I required rehabilitation in terms of, assisting me, and it felt so tedious. And I have the utmost respect for occupational therapists because it helped me bounce back to a better way of living. They equip you with tools on how to live a better life, how to manage boundary setting. That's part of your mental health as well. Also highlighting the importance as well of self-care and the tools that are very important in looking after yourself as well. Things like exercise, eating well. That's part of your self-care and management of your mental and holistic well-being as well.